If you want to dance bachata, there are 5 things you definitely need to know. Hello, my beautiful subscribers. Rasa the dancer is here. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be talking about bachata. Now, if you've been dancing bachata for a while, you still might find these points quite interesting. But if you have never done them before and you want to start the bachata, or you've been doing it but just for a short period of time, you will definitely benefit from this video, so keep on watching till the end. Now, when you go to a class or you're trying to think about event you're gonna go and learn a little bit more bachata, it can be a little bit overwhelming when you look around. So I'm gonna give you 5 points that I truly believe, if you keep that in mind, is gonna give you some clarity in your head and it's gonna make your experience a little bit more relaxed and enjoyable. So let's get it started and let me tell you those 5 important points. Okay, point number 1, there's many different styles of bachata. So, of course, bachata itself originates from Dominican Republic, and that's the bachata. But as the time went on and bachata music got more popular in the radios, it traveled across to Europe and other places, and it developed into what we call bachata moderna, which is a style of bachata with a lot of salsa elements and salsa turns in it. And then, of course, on top of it, we have the authentic, the original, the real bachata, which is from Dominican Republic, which is a little bit more based on faster music. It's a little bit more influenced with footwork. And the bachata moderna is a bit more European and there's a bit more salsa turn elements in it. And then, of course, as time progressed, this style progressed as well. And we have a bachata called Sensual bachata, which is now, of course, on Instagram and all of those other social media platforms. You will see a lot of movement where there's ladies moving their necks and there's a lot of body rolls and all kinds of waving. That's your bachata Sensual. And it's really popular. It kind of exploded and it's been danced all over the world. There's also like little different styles as well as bachata, like bachata tango with tango influence, like bachata fusion with some hip hop and other fused styles. But those 3 are kind of like core. The authentic bachata, our bachata, then we have the moderna, and we have, of course, bachata sensual. Now, depending where you're gonna go, whether it's a country, a city, a club, is what style they're teaching. So if you already know what you like, this is the style I want to dance, it might not be available where you are. So then you have to think to yourself, do you just gonna start with your local community and learn the style that there is? And if you go somewhere else in some sort of other places, you might find the style that you really like and start learning that as well. Or you decide, actually, I'd rather not do it or do it just the style I want to do. So that's your options, but you have to keep in mind that depending where you're going to go is what style you're going to get. So don't get discouraged. Just think, okay, there's many different styles. Let me see. Let me try. Maybe try for the first time and see. Because sometimes we really want one thing, but we do the other thing and we actually really enjoy it. So don't get discouraged. Start the bachata with whichever style you have, but keep in mind there's other styles available there for you. Second very important point, yes, you will have to come closer to your partner. This is unavoidable. It's a style that requires it. Certain techniques and certain positions of the movement will require you to come closer to your partner. So if that is already a no-no for you, do not come to the bachata class and then complain to the teachers that you don't want to come close to somebody. I had that happen to me, like one follower came to the class and I think she wasn't a beginner, but it was definitely a starting time for the follower. And we were doing not even sensual moves. We were doing a turn together where on the preparation, the leader has to come closer to have contact in order to achieve a big rotation. It is impossible to do that big rotation with a lot of space between one another. So you have to close the gaps and there's specific techniques for it. You close the gap to do the rotation. And the follower was saying, no, I just don't, want to come that close. I said, well, then I can't help you. When you come to a bachata class, You got to do your research a little bit, and you have to know that you are going to come a little bit closer. Now, said that, a lot of the times that you think you will be close, you're actually not. So everything has technique. It's not random. We're not coming in close just to feel each other up. There's technique. So specific moves will have specific technique that protects your dignity and gives you an understanding that this is a safe space. And a lot of the moves that are actually quite sensual, they require a lot of space so that the body could actually move. So it's not what you think. Sometimes it looks like there are people very close, but actually there's a lot of space between them. And on other cases, it's actually a very simple move, but it requires you to be like a sandwich in order to achieve it. So, but it's based on technique. So if people do not explain technique, that is wrong. But if technique is explained, you immediately understand there's actually a lot of rules in place in order to protect your dignity and actually create a safe space and achieve all those combinations with everybody staying safe and comfortable. Point number 3, you can dance bachata at any age. Any age. And I specifically say this because I know a lot of older generation, they love bachata music and they like bachata. But now with all of the sensual bachata coming in and a lot of young people enjoying it and doing a lot of crazy things that maybe they don't feel like their body can do anymore, they decide that it's not for them anymore, that the bachata is not for them anymore. And that really upsets me because the bachata does not belong to the young people. Okay? It does not belong to the young people. We appreciate their involvement. That means the scene is growing and it's a wonderful thing. But bachata is for all. Now, what happens a lot of the times is things are not explained properly. There are a lot of movements that you see the younger generation do in a really bendy way. The same movements can be done in much smaller capacity. Also, there is many ways to adapt the movements for your comfort. And as I said in the previous point, depending where you go is what bachata they're going to dance. Not everywhere they dance all of these crazy sensual moves. So I would beg of you, if you really enjoy bachata music and you really enjoy the dance itself and how, it flows through the dance floor, and that little bit more of a connection between the partner, then do not get discouraged. It's for all, any ages, and we should occupy the spaces. And then the moves that will be taught, it will be distributed evenly. At the moment, of course, if the majority is going to be only 18 years old, of course, the moves are going to cater to that public. But if we are in those spaces, the moves will change and cater for all people so that everybody can do it. So let's keep dancing bachata and really do not worry about your age. Let them adapt to you and you will be just fine. Next point. If you decide to dance sensual bachata, the one with a lot of body movements, the one that is really popular right now at the moment, you must stretch daily. You must stretch daily. That is a requirement that you cannot escape. In the very early stages, it might not seem like it that much, but it progresses really quickly. Like you're just starting with a couple of steps and suddenly you're doing bending backwards and forwards and all kinds of neck rolls. You must stretch. You got to get some courses in. You can find loads of on YouTube. And I'm not saying deep stretches. I'm just saying regular daily routine stretches. If you need some guidance, I literally have a course that came out literally a couple of months ago for beginners. So if you go to my website, dancewithrasa.com, there's literally a beginner's course there where you have a warm-up and a stretch for your legs, for your arms, for your neck, and it's for all ages. So if you don't know how to look after yourself and stretch, go to my website, get that course, or find some things on YouTube, right? But in general, why do I say it's important? Because you will get injured. If you're not going to get injured today, you will feel it in 3 years. A bachata thing is something that we start doing and we do it for the rest of our lives. It's a fun activity. It keeps our body moving. But if you do for 3 years sensual bachata and you don't do it right, the damage is being done in the background. You can't see it. It's the same with the knees, right? One day, they're not the same anymore. It's like you wake up and it's like, what happened? And it's just, they wear off, it's the same with the hips. So you have to look after your body. And especially if you're a follower and you want to do all these crazy styling things, beautiful arm positions, all of that requires your body to be capable to open up and expand in that range of motion. Hence why you have to stretch. So look after your body, stretch daily, at least 10, 15 minutes a day. And then you will feel like first you are more capable to do the sensual bachata. And in general, it's good to stretch for whatever, but especially sensual bachata. And also you're protecting your body. And final point, and this is the big one, the teachers are there to serve you. You have to remind yourself that you paid money. If you paid money, that person right there is serving a purpose. Why do I say something like that seems so obvious? Something happens in the dance community. The teachers are, especially those who are good, charismatic, and great dancers. They have a tribe around them always. People kind of like treating them as if there's something better than them because they are that particular skill. Not in life in general, just at that skill. And something happens there. And sometimes people get nervous. They get nervous to ask teachers to dance because they don't want to be judged. They are nervous to ask questions in classes or tell them something that they might be uncomfortable with and don't know how to approach that situation. And that's the person that's being paid money. You pay them. So I always say to the students, I am a working class. I work. I am very grateful that you admire what I do, that my artistry comes across and you feel a type of way. I'm grateful. But in the end of the day, I'm here for you. I've been paid money. This is my job. I am an educator. So my job is to educate you, create a space that is safe for you, answer your questions. And if I don't have answers, to send you to the people who could answer those questions for you. So just remind yourself that, because when you're starting, a lot of the times there might be so many things that are strange or not clear or you don't know. Go to your teacher, and even if they look disappointed in spending extra 5 minutes talking to you, remind yourself, I pay money. Answer my question. Now, there's a difference between you coming to that teacher and asking them to teach you something. That's called a private class. You want private tuition, you pay extra money, okay? So don't be, sneaky poo. And don't just come, be like, oh, could you show me that move? No, you want me to show you a move? Give me money. Yes? But in the class, you have a question about the move that is not working? Ask a question. After the class, you feel like, I don't understand why more people dancing here and not here. Ask a question. Have communication, for sure. But don't be cheeky. Don't start asking them to teach after they already taught. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As I say always, this channel is for you. So I try to make the videos that I think you actually can benefit from. So if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments and let me know your expressions, such as subscribe and like. Also, guys, if you think that I skipped some points that are important to know for people who are starting bachata, leave those points in the comments, because as you know, a lot of people read the comments and we have a nice conversation. So you might be actually helping somebody out. So don't be shy, use the comment section. And now, guys, I'm gonna leave you here with other videos that talk about bachata culture, so you could educate a little bit more about the conversations we are having about bachata. So check them out, and I will see you very soon.